That's
He's
because
holding him by the neck.
Could you imagine how strong duct tape would be for like things that small?
He's trying to get him out.
This. Look at they're all just looking at him and just like, good luck on your voyage, my friend.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god, when they move, they still stare at you.
It's because he has
They
the
look to you
glowy.
for guidance.
It's because the glowy thing on his head. They're all fascinated by it.
I love them.
Follow the light, brothers.
Do as he does. Do not question his actions.
I want to play Katamari again.
You can watch Katamari Couch Force. Couch Force Katamari. Katamari Couch Force. Sorry. Katamari. Why are you throwing him up there?
I don't know. Fuck off.
With a ship. Analyze.
I think I would cry laughing if I saw Pikmin stealing stuff off my desk.
I'd start smashing them.
It would be so funny. I would start crying.
You wouldn't be terrified?
No, 'cause I'm like, dude, it's Pikmin. Pikmin.
What if they picked up your phone and started carrying it off? They all just went, ah, ah,
The battery.
I'd let them discover it, and they'd be like, "It's a rare artifact." They're just like stupid. I wouldn't interact at all. I'd just let them do their own thing.
They take it to their ship and it gets sucked up, and you just got your phone stolen.
I wouldn't let them go into orbit with my stuff.
They find like a rock on the ground. An obelisk.
They cry when you leave them on their own.
I would probably step on a Pikmin. Like at least one. Well, because so many of them are born and die, so I would step on like one at least.
What if you did that
What?
and its ghost flew out and you saw it?
That's what I would want to see. Is I would be like, to the ghost, do I really see the ghost?
That's fucked up.
I'd do it in a really funny way too, where like I'd stick out like my big toe and fucking crush it.
Like SpongeBob stepping on the gas and the fucking...
Yeah.
Horrible. I hate you.
You're just gonna select one of them. You're gonna be like, it is your time. If you do that, they're all gonna fucking try to fight you, though. If you kill one of them, like...
I don't think Pikmin would hurt that bad.
Yeah, you say that till you get a 85 yellow Pikmin on you, bro.
What if they start just climbing in your mouth and like just fucking getting in your system?
That would be scary.
Wait, what if... Wait, aren't black Pikmin poisonous?
Like,
you're not- Oh,
remember
you are.
the scale of this world, right? Like, it would take like a million fucking Pikmin.
They're like hanging onto his head.
And then when you die, they'd all have to like circle around your body and lift you up.
What if like getting hit by a black Pikmin felt like being bit by like a bullet ant, though?
I don't think it would. It's so small.
Murder
Yo,
a
a
fucking
glove.
bird.
It's a moldy glove.
Mm.
It definitely would hurt. I'm so sure that like being attacked by a Pikmin would feel like it would hurt for sure.
All they do, like when they attack, is they like swing their little fucking tentacle at you.
Yeah, but it would probably feel like being stung by something.
Getting
Yeah, but they're
hit by a
hitting you with a
flower.
leaf.
It's not like a flower, dude. It's like a Pikmin nodule.
Drastically overestimating the power of these things, Austin.
I
It's
don't know,
not
dude.
even like the size of your nail. Like they're so small.
Five-man knapsack.
Like they're smaller than Olimar. Olimar's probably as big as the tip of your pinky.
5-man knapsack.
Well, you gotta remember, they don't know what it is. They just found a glove and they're like, oh, it's a knapsack.
Oh my god, they're just taking his head.
You got why is it?
Holy fuck.
Ours now.
Calm
was
down, buddy.
violent.
Like you haven't taken an animal's head before.
Silent sent me a picture of the size of a Pikmin.
How big are they?
Small.
That's not an answer.
Like the size of like a Tic Tac?
According to the chart that Silent sent me, it's like 1/8 of a Wii remote.
Why are we using a Wii remote as a unit of measurement?
Don't ask me. At 2.5 centimeters, I think. I think that's centimeters.
Oh, okay.
They're fucking small.
So an inch?
You're
hey man,
small.
they're capable of killing bread bugs, dude. That's a feat. I'm just saying.
Dude, you think there were kids that played fucking Pikmin on the GameCube and they were like, the Pikmin are gonna start crawling on my GameCube?
No.
I would have thought that.
Really?
I would have thought that.
Venus, you would have played Ocarina of Time and seen like fucking the dogs crawl out of the ground at the nighttime and been like, and like the sun would go down in your house and be like, the dogs, the skeleton dogs.
Whoa. I was a very stupid child.
I was too. Don't worry.
Very stupid person.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Venus, don't worry. I was pretty dumb too. I remember one time my dad, when I have this like memory of like my dad, like I was just being like a kid doing something like shithead-y, and like my dad's like, I know what you're doing, knock it off. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, I was a kid once too. And I was like, what? And I remember like the realization of that. It just like all at once I was like, oh, what? Like
What are you even doing?
I don't remember. I just remember like that my dad said that to me, and then I like realized all at once that like people age. I don't know how to explain it other than that.
I was a kid once too, and you're like, you were?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's actually what I said. Not even kidding. Venus, I was like obsessed with Ocarina of Time as a kid.
I'm playing
I mean,
until I was way older.
I still am, I guess, but like I would literally like I was so immersed in the world as a kid. I could like barely read, right? And I would sit there and I would just talk to the NPCs for hours, and I could like barely read. And I was like, wow. And I would just run around the world. I think the farthest I ever got in that game was the second boss as a kid. I got to fucking the Donko, and I had like countless amounts of hours in that game just running around, fucking like running in grass and
You're
shit.
like, this looks like real life, and then you'd go outside and you'd be like,
I'd
I
pick
got
up
a Deku nut, and then you throw it at your sister.
No, I'd pick up a stick and I'd be like, I'm gonna fight Golba, and then
And he threw it at your sister.
my perception of time was weird as a kid. I remember my first experience with nostalgia was also with Ocarina of Time. I remember like, so we moved a lot when I was a kid. Like every 2 years until I was, I want to say 12, I think we moved. So like, I remember being in like our third or fourth house, and like having memories of our second house, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember finding a video on Google Videos of Ocarina of Time one day in like my dad's office at one of our old houses, and being like, I remember this game. I also fucking picked up a Game Boy and then forgot about it in 2 seconds because I was like, Game Boy.
ADHD.
Just have like the way you described it, you had like a dementia moment. I used to vomit a lot when I was a kid. A lot. I think it like ironed out my fucking stomach. Like I don't fucking get sick ever anymore.
Why did you just? Dude. I remember I used to eat food off the floor in kindergarten. To like.
When I was in third grade, I
These are
puked
gross,
like 5 or 6 times. Just for real. When I was in third grade.
Why?
Kids are gross.
It was the food, and it was like me being a stupid kid, I guess.
Dude, Cole, I remember doing that because like I would drop in the school lunchroom, I would drop like a fruit snack on the floor or something and be like, oh whatever, and I would just pick it up and eat it, and everyone would freak out when I did it. And that like triggered a
Circus
neuron
freak.
response. Yeah, that triggered like a neuron response. Like, oh, everyone's freaking out. This must be funny. So then I would do it on purpose, and people would always be like, "Stop!" And I'd just keep doing it. You have to optimize everything. Everything has an optimal way to do it. That was my old mentality for
Punches you in the
everything.
jaw.
See, but you would fucking like on street corners, you would fucking walk diagonally from one to the other.
Every time you paint your room, it gets smaller, boys.
That's so weird. What the fuck?
The same, bro.
I like the idea of somebody who's lost like 50 square feet due to like repainting their walls over and over.
Just reminded me that fucking like whenever Jerma does the bit where he fucking talks about something he did when he was younger, and everybody in chat fucking like responds like if he did it like yesterday. And he's always like, chat, I didn't do this 2 days ago, okay? I did this like 5 years ago.
Like what?
So funny. He's talking about like the way he drinks milk or something. I don't know. It's like, hold on.
That reminds me of the time that I don't know why this is what I got reminded of, but that reminds me of the time that James, like, we had these like magnets. These like they were like ball and like link magnets or whatever to like make stuff out of. And James shoved all of his into a VCR.
Dude, there was a hole, and it fit in the hole, so I put him in there.
No, yeah, the reason I think it's funny is because I imagine Germa saying like, dude, when I was younger, I shoved a bunch of magnets into a VCR, and then like his chat being like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? He's like, guys,
Show pictures.
Yeah, my favorite German girlfriend bit was when she printed out a picture of his head and was using darts and like throwing darts at the picture of his head in the background while he was just streaming casually. And just pretended it wasn't happening. And then the last dart hits the wall and he breaks down crying and ends the stream.
Dude.
That would be such a fucking funny bit!
It's really sad because there's a bunch of fucking videos where like he's playing a VR like horror game and she like jump scares him and like fucking they're like all the people in the chat are like fucking so cringe about it. Or they're like, I wonder why it didn't work out. It's like, dude, come on. Weasels.
Weezer!
Ooh, Sibo looks like a doggy.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Stop! I don't look like a doggy! Stop!
What day is today? Is today Tuesday?
Yeah.
5.
Shut up. It's day 5.
Thanks, Venus is like, shut up!
Yeah.
Yo, Smosh figured out the YouTube game before anyone else, though. They had the best thumbnails for years.
Yeah.
Like, for real, if you go back and look at their, like, 2010 thumbnails, them and, like, Ray William Johnson, it's, like, clear why they grew so much faster than everyone else.
Smosh was good content back in the day.
It was, yeah, it was good back in the day. It also
Compared
was...
to what we have now, where it's all fucking vloggers and commentators, it's really good.
Then
It's
it
like
did.
popular YouTube, right? Like among the masses, you know, it was good. Like YouTube had its own niche. I mean,
Shane
or
Dawson
who's
was,
the
like-
big nose guy? What's his name? The caveman guy?
Seal?
Fucking huh?
Who's the caveman guy that
Seal.
reviews tech? He voted for Hillary Clinton. What's his name?
Oh,
I seriously don't remember his name
Casey
except that he looks like
Neistat.
yeah, Casey Neistat looks like a caveman. That guy.
I like Casey Neistat.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
I
he looks
only
like
knew-
a fucking caveman for real.
I only knew who it was because you said Hillary Clinton. I voted for
He voted for Hillary Clinton.
This is a real game.
Murder.
No secret identities. No schoolwork. No sweat. Teen Titans coming up next. Welcome home. Only to Nami.